Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Clock time. The hour is getting late. Distance measured by the time taken to cover it. We live an hour from the airport. A period of time equal to 1/24 of a day. The job will take more than an hour. A special and memorable period. It was their finest hour. Clock time. An indefinitely short time. It only takes a minute. Infinitely or immeasurably small. 2-minute whip-like threads of protoplasm. A particular point in time. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds or 1/60th of an hour. He ran a 4-minute mile. Distance measured by the time taken to cover it. It's just 10 minutes away. Characterized by painstaking care and detailed examination. A minute inspection of the grounds. A unit of angular distance equal to a 60th of a degree. A short note. The secretary keeps the minutes of the meeting. A period of time equal to 1/24 of a day. A period of time equal to 1/24 of a day. A reading of a point in time is given by a clock. Do you know what time it is? Rhythm is given by division into parts of equal duration. An instance or single occasion for some event. This time he succeeded. The period of time a prisoner is imprisoned. He is doing time in the county jail. Measure the time or duration of an event or action or the person who performs an action in a certain period of time. The fourth coordinate that is required, along with 3 spatial dimensions, to specify a physical event. Adjust so that a force is applied and an action occurs at the desired time. The good player times his swing so as to hit the ball squarely. An indefinite period, usually marked by specific attributes or activities. The time of year for planting. A period of time considered as a resource under your control and sufficient to accomplish something. Take time to smell the roses. A person's experience on a particular occasion. He had a time holding back the tears. Assign a time for an activity or event. The candidate carefully timed his appearance at the disaster scene. A suitable moment. It is time to go. Regulate or set the time of. Time the clock. Set the speed, duration, or execution of. We time the process to manufacture our cars very precisely. The continuum of experience in which events pass from the future through the present to the past. He waited for a long time. A reading of a point in time is given by a clock. Go far ahead of. He outdistanced the other runners. Size of the gap between 2 places. The distance from New York to Chicago. The interval between 2 times. The distance from birth to death. Indifference by personal withdrawal. Emotional distance. A distant region. I could see it in the distance. A remote point in time. If that happens, it will be at some distance in the future. Keep at a distance. We have to distance ourselves from these events in order to continue living. The property created by the space between two objects or points. A unit for measuring time periods. A unit for measuring time periods. An amount of time. Hastened the period of time of his recovery. An amount of time. A time period of 30 years. The monthly discharge of blood from the uterus of non-pregnant women from puberty to menopause. A unit of geological time during which a system of rocks formed. Ganoid fishes swarmed during the earlier geological periods. A punctuation mark, placed at the end of a declarative sentence to indicate a full stop or after abbreviations. In England they call a period a stop. Ice hockey, one of 3 divisions into which play is divided in hockey games. The end or completion of something. Death put a period to his endeavors. The interval taken to complete one cycle of a regularly repeating phenomenon. An amount of time. A time period of 30 years. The latter part of night. The hour at which a meal is habitually or customarily eaten. The middle of the day. 12 o'clock at night, the middle of the night. Young children should not be allowed to stay up until midnight. The time period between dawn and noon. I spent the morning running errands. The first light of day. They talked until morning. A conventional expression of greeting or farewell. The earliest period. The morning of the world. The time of day immediately following sunset. A canonical hour that is the 9th hour of the day counting from sunrise. A service in the Roman Catholic Church formerly read or chanted at 3 p.m., the 9th hour counting from sunrise, but now somewhat earlier. Not any. Thou shalt have none other gods before me. The middle of the day. The middle of the day. The middle of the day. The times at the beginning and end of the working day when many people are traveling to or from work. The hours just after midnight. The time in the evening at which the sun begins to fall below the horizon. The first light of day. Atmospheric phenomena accompanying the daily appearance of the sun. Of an industry or technology, new and developing. High technology sunrise industries. The daily event of the sun rising above the horizon. The time in the evening at which the sun begins to fall below the horizon. Atmospheric phenomena accompanying the daily disappearance of the sun. Of a declining industry or technology. Sunset industries. Providing for termination. A program with a sunset provision. The daily event of the sun sinking below the horizon. The first light of day. The middle of the day. Lighted by or as if by twilight. The twilight glow of the sky. The time of day immediately following sunset. He loved the twilight. A condition of decline following successes. In the twilight of the empire. The diffused light from the sky when the sun is below the horizon but its rays are refracted by the atmosphere of the earth.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.